And we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Unprepared. I am Megan, and I am unprepared. And with me tonight, and also unprepared, is my wonderful friend Dusty. And we are going to be playing a wonderful game about sad robot feelings called Breakup on Reentry. So first, let's get to know our guest because Dusty is new to Unprepared, and I'm very excited to have him here with me. So tell us who you are and where people can find you, and what your favorite GMless or prepless game is.
Oh, I'm not prepared.
That's the point.
Hey, hi everyone. My name is Dusty, aka GeoNerd underscore V2 on Twitter. Yes, that was what I was gonna say, Twitter and Twitch, but I don't Twitch. Um, except when I have too much coffee. I've already forgotten the things you've asked me.
What is well, you got the first two. What is
Okay.
your favorite GMless prepless game?
Oh gosh, my favorite GMless prepless game.
Was There
I
are
was
usually some
not.
standouts among the guests, so I'm eager to see if you choose one of the fan favorites, as it were.
Gosh, I don't know. My brain is freezing up. It is not ready to answer that question. There are so many good games.
There are so many good games.
Like I don't think I have like a favorite in that.
I I always have a hard time. Mine is always between Dialect and Starcrossed, and I
Oh
refuse
my
to
gosh.
choose.
Like I'm trying to like you can't make me choose between either of those. Like
No,
I'm
it's unfair.
like like I think my favorite GMless game is just all of the like there's just so many good GMless games.
There's
But
so many good
Dialect is good, but StarCross
GMless
is really good. But
games.
like, how do you choose? How do you choose?
You you know what? You don't have to,
You know, you just
because
play them
here
all.
we just play them all here, and they are just so much wonderful fun. So speaking of wonderful GMless games, so tonight we are playing Breakup on Reentry, which is by Riverhouse Games, and it is a two-player game about mech pilots, which is, if you know Dusty or I at all, is entirely our jar of jam. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna read like the little like scene setting blurb so that we can all kind of get into the tone of the game, and then we're gonna create our mech pilots and then jump right into the game. So I will. So the cover text, which we have on our screen. Humanity reaches ever towards the stars, though there are some who demand we keep our feet solidly on Earth's crust. In this future, we reach into the heaven and kill our gods. In their place, we build mecha, unbelievably large mobile suits capable of inflicting grievous harm. These monsters of war require pilots, but not everyone can handle the strenuous neural load required to move these divine robots. Mecha pilots must be intense, dramatic, and most importantly, secret. So, the first generation of mecha pilots were all killed in their sleep, slaughtered by opposing factions in the wash of interstellar blood. We, the two of us, are second generation mecha pilots who keep their roles hidden from the world and from everyone we love. So this is a role-playing game for two mecha pilots, check, um, who do not know that their mortal enemy sleeps by their side every night. So the basic premise of this game is that Dusty and I are in love, and we are in a romantic relationship, and we love each other, and it's wonderful, but also we are secretly each other's mortal enemy mecha pilot. So
So
it's
good.
it's got that big drama, which is, there's nothing better than big drama.
Mm.
So this game, the gameplay of it is super easy. It's played with cards. We have a virtual deck on another screen that we're going to be using, and basically the game mechanics play out similarly to the card game War, and each card has a question associated with it. So as we play cards, we will answer the opposing questions. But first, we need to make our mech pilots. So what we are going to do is we are going to make our name and our call sign, and whether we fight for Earth or the colonies, a striking feature, and a color scheme. So we'll do that first, and then we'll get into like the cool memory backstory stuff. So I have been thinking about mine
Oh, have
because
you?
it's May. I have been thinking
Uh-huh.
about it. Um, because I have been dying to use this name ever since I think we were on a call together when we were playing with the discount
Oh,
NPC generator.
uh-huh.
So I have to pick a name, but my call sign is going to be Paris by way of Detroit, which has been a name that I have been obsessed with for a very long time and have not had a game or an opportunity to use the amazing name that is Paris by way of Detroit. Um,
That was
so
that. I'm glad that that crazy day finally came to fruition.
mhm, yeah. So I feel very fulfilled. So I need to think of like a name as well. But I think because of wanting that name, if it's cool with you, I was gonna be from Earth.
That's fine. That's perfect. I'm a colony
Um,
boy anyway.
cool. And now I'm going to covertly pull up the Twilight Mirage name generator because it is one of the greatest name generators. If anyone is ever looking for like spacey, futuristic type names, it's a very, very good name generator. So I'm gonna try to find myself a name because, and these are all just wildly cool.
They are, I mean,
Ooh, these are all really good. I know my color scheme is going to be purple because it is and I love purple.
mhm. I know this about you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, some of these names are so good. Ooh, all right. Um, I think I just saw the really good name Even Ballad, which I think is going to be my name
Oh, that's a good
because
name. That's a good name.
yeah, it's a pretty dope name. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna just type it in the Roll20 just so I can remember for myself. It's gonna go there. So Even Ballad, pilot of the mech, Paris by way of Detroit. So we've got our names, our call signs. Ooh, and a striking feature. Hmm.
What is your striking feature?
Oh, I don't know.
Even ballads.
Even Ballad. Um. Hmm. Hmm. This is hard during Starcrossed, and it's hard right now.
Well, I can let you think about it while I introduce you
Yeah.
to my pilot. Okay,
Yes, please do.
my pilot's name is Jackson Alleron,
Mm.
which is just a name that came to my head while we were talking. Uh,
That's a dope name.
Their call sign is Ignis, because I mean we're gonna be me, right?
Hell yeah.
Um, their color scheme is sort of black and like the brightest orange you've ever seen, sort of like lava colored orange, probably.
Good
Uh, and I think their striking feature is also their neon orange hair, which they have in a very long braid, comes down over their shoulder and probably down, you know, to their
Thanks, I love it.
knees. Hi, yeah.
That's
I know
awesome.
how to be an anime mech pilot.
Yeah. Peak anime. Oh man, now I'm like super I'm like, oh man, I could go peak like OC Don't Steal. Um and go peak early 2000s mech anime with my striking feature too if we're going to play those games. And I can double down on peak anime, and I'm just going to go with purple eyes and white hair.
Hey, yep, there we go.
So now we are in an early 2000s mech anime. Welcome everyone. So
And it's Jackson with two X's. It's JAXXON
mm,
because
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
space and
Because
X's
space.
go together.
Everyone knows that in space you just add X's to your name, or your name is just random words that shouldn't be names but somehow work as names.
Yeah, somehow
Yeah,
we make it happen.
yeah, you know what? And these things are good. So now that we have done that, um, next is some. There are two backstory-esque questions: is why you can't stop fighting, and your favorite memory of your lover that you hold on to when all hope turns to ash. And if that's not one of the prettiest sentences I've ever read, I don't know what is.
That's a really good sentence.
That's a really good sentence. Hmm. I think I think that even can't stop fighting because her parents were first generation mecha pilots
Mm.
who were killed when all of the mecha pilots were killed, um, and got recruited in secret, obviously, because everything has to be secret now, um, and is doing this to continue the family legacy, even if it is in secret.
Mm-hmm. I think Jackson can't stop fighting because he carries the weight of the colonies on his shoulders. To be free, to do our thing from the yoke of Earth, and so he has to prove that we are worthy of space and just that whole trope. Uh,
Ooh, and before we go, pronouns for Jackson. I think even is she, they.
uh, Jackson is he, they,
Okay,
sort of, yeah.
cool, cool, cool. And favorite memory that we will hold when all hope turns to ash.
Oh boy.
Oh God. Hmm. I'm trying. I'm like scrolling through as if my brain is a Rolodex of tropes that I love,
I just
and I'm
have
just
one.
and I'm just flipping through the Rolodex of tropes. Like, which one is it?
Yeah, so the first thing that came to my mind um is, and I don't, this is like so ridiculous, but I don't know how I can describe it in words, so I'm going to describe the picture that popped into my head
Mm-hmm.
when that sentence came. It's my character sitting in sort of what would be a space terminal with this big glass window,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the lover is you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it's you standing in front of that glass window, and behind you, this comet is like shooting through the sky. Oh no, please.
Hi,
Comet
Arya.
is shooting through the sky, ruining a good moment here.
Guest appearance.
Sorry.
Guest VO by Arya. She's loving it.
And it's so it's this comet shooting past in the blackness of space and the sparkles, and for some reason there's wind inside here, and your hair is blowing. Like, it's just that image of you on the black background of space with this comet. It's just, I just remember that day you showed up, and I hold that.
I think, all right, that's beautiful and extra and wonderful. I'm gonna go in the opposite direction and choose something like kind of mundane, which I know is not like me. And I think that the memory that Even holds on to is, or I guess it's not super mundane. It's the first time that they said that they loved one another, but it wasn't like this big theatrical moment. I think it was just like the two of them sat on a couch watching future space TV, and then just like out of the blue, Even was just like, I love you. Just because it felt right, not because of anything, just because it felt right in that moment to say it. And then Jackson said it back, and it just kind of, the day just went on, and it wasn't anything else extraordinary. Beyond that, it was just like a very comfortable, it's a very comfortable memory.
That's very good. That's very good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love them feels.
Feels good.
So good. All right. Feels. So I'm just gonna like read a little bit more from the text, and then we're gonna, because this is just like really, really well written, beautiful wordsmithing, and it just deserves to be read because it's written better than I could ever paraphrase it. So, so sit across from your enemy, which we're basically doing, and get them in your sights. This is the final confrontation between you as your armies battle in the skies above. Your mecha enter the atmosphere of this moon, sparking fire as they blaze throughout the air, drawn to the surface by planetary gravity and drawn to each other by fate. We are playing mecha pilots unaware that their lover is their chief rival in the conflict that rages above them. As players, you know that the person across from you holds both identities, but the character you are playing does not. To your character, they are two individuals. One holds a place in your heart and spends their days working a confidential job, as most careers are highly secretive to prevent corporate leaks. The other fights for everything you hate. Although you may not hold the pilot inside with contempt, their mecha is emblazoned with the symbols of your enemy. Your character knows one by name and the other by call sign painted on their mecha. You will not know the true identity of your enemy until you play the King of Hearts. So, that being said, so the game is played in what are called clashes, which is pretty much like a game of war. And the goal of each clash is to have the upper hand on your opponent, which you gain by coming out on top of the clash and playing the highest card. The same suit and stay on theme, so each suit has a theme. Only exception to this rule is that hearts can be played no matter what. So one of us